If you're trying to break into a SOC role in 2026, you've probably been told some version of this. Just get the Security Plus, do a few labs, and you'll be fine. But hiring managers are asking a different question now, and that's, can you actually investigate? If you're aiming for your first SOC role this year, or you're trying to figure out what's actually worth your time beyond just certification stacking, this one's for you. So in this video, I'm going to give you my honest recruiter take on the CCDL1, which is the Certified CyberDefenders Level 1 certification from CyberDefenders. And the real question we're answering is, will it actually help you get hired? I'm going to break down what it is, whether a beginner can actually do it, how hard it is, how it compares to Security Plus and platforms like TryHackMe, and whether it's worth the US $499. And I'll tell you exactly how I'd position this on a resume and how I'd explain it to a hiring manager. I'm reviewing this as a recruiter and a career coach, not a hands-on SOC analyst. So I didn't just read the marketing page, I actually went through the certification hands-on. I took notes on where I got stuck, and I'm judging it on one thing. Does it build the kind of investigation skill you can talk about in interviews? Now, quick disclosure before we start, CyberDefenders provided me with access to review this certification, and they provided 5 vouchers for a giveaway in this video, which I'll go through how to enter at the end. Now, I'm not being paid to say anything positive. This is still my independent opinion, and I'll call out what's good and what's missing. There are some links in the description that are affiliate links which support the channel at no extra cost to you, but will give you 10% off for a limited time if you use them. All right, having said that, let's get into it. Now, who are CyberDefenders? Well, a quick word on them. They're a hands-on training platform that's been building practical SOC skills for thousands of analysts. They're known in the industry for realistic scenarios, not just theory. Now, that context matters for what we're reviewing today. So what is the CCDL1? Well, the CCDL1 is positioned as an entry-level SOC analyst certification, but it's not as theory-heavy, memorized definition certification. It's built around guided investigations. I want you to think of it like a structured SOC lab program. You're doing investigation-style labs, not just watching videos or memorizing theory. This means you get scenarios that resemble actual SOC work. You look at evidence, you make judgment calls, and you write up what you found. If you want to know what you'll actually do in a junior SOC role, this style of training is fantastic. It's much closer than most classic certifications. Now, the question I care about as a recruiter is simple. Will CCDL1 help you get hired, and how does it compare to other entry paths? Because a certification is only valuable if it moves the needle in one of 2 ways. It either helps you pass the first gate, which is often HR and applicant tracking systems, or it helps you crush the interview with proof you can actually do the work. So that brings me to the learning curve. Is it beginner friendly? Now, from a recruiter's perspective, CCDL1 is accessible but not soft. Now, what makes it beginner friendly? Well, you're guided through structured investigations. You're not just dropped into a random lab with zero direction. It's more about process and decision making than deep coding. Now, if you're a career switcher who's comfortable following procedures, you'll probably cope early on. Now, here's where it does get hard though. It gets hard where logs are noisy or incomplete. There's no obvious right answer. You're forced to explain why something is malicious or benign, not just click through steps. And here's the key point. So from a hiring angle, that difficulty is actually a positive, because SOC work can be ambiguous. You don't get neat multiple choice answers in a real life environment. So if someone completes CCDL1, I know they've experienced real investigative friction, and hiring managers will know that as well. They'll know that you've not just watched videos. So let's talk about user experience, so navigating the platform. And here's a part most reviews skip, what it's actually like to use. And now, as someone who recruits in cyber but doesn't live in SOC tools directly, I found the platform surprisingly intuitive. The dashboard is very clean. You can see your progress, which I loved, which labs you've completed and what's next. The investigation interface gives you the evidence, it prompts you with questions, and it lets you submit your findings without feeling lost. Now, I'm not going to pretend it's Netflix simple, but if you can navigate LinkedIn or a job board, you can navigate this. The part I appreciated, you're not dumped into a terminal with no guidance. You do get structure, but you still have to think. Now, that balance is exactly what makes it valuable for interview prep. Okay, now moving on to practical relevance. So does it feel like real SOC work? This is one of CCDL1's biggest strengths, in my opinion. Now, the scenarios align closely with what junior SOC analysts do, which is alert triage, phishing analysis, log review, and correlation, and writing investigation summaries. And what I really like is it teaches candidates to talk like investigators. So instead of saying, for example, I know what a SIEM is, they can say, here's how I approached the alert, here's what evidence mattered, and here's why I escalated or closed it. My takeaway is the CCDL1 produces candidates candidates who can explain how they think, not just what tools exist. And that was a massive standout for me whilst I did this certification. Let's talk about the resume test. So how would I, as a recruiter, position CCDL1 in a resume I'm reviewing? Well, in your certification section, below or alongside Security Plus if you have it. And don't just list it with zero context. Here's a recruiter-approved way to write it. Certifications: CCDL1, CyberDefenders, Certified CyberDefenders Level 1. Completed hands-on SOC investigations across phishing, SIEM alerts triage, DFIR fundamentals, log analysis, and threat identification. Analyzed real-world attack scenarios using Windows event logs, network traffic, and endpoint artifacts, and produced written investigation reports explaining findings, impact, and remediation steps. That version tells me and other recruiters what you actually did, and it gives me interview hooks immediately. So moving on to the hiring manager call, how I would sell it to them. So if I was on the phone with a SOC lead or a hiring manager, here's what I'd say. I would say CCDL1 is a hands-on SOC fundamental certification from CyberDefenders. It's not a typical theory certification. It really is built around completing real investigation style labs and writing up findings, similar to what a junior SOC analyst does. Then I'd make this specific point. It helps answer the question, can this person actually investigate, not just talk about security concepts? Candidates who have done this certification have worked through phishing investigations, alert triage, log analysis, basic DFI workflows, and structured write-ups. So next up, let's talk about how I would position it versus the CompTIA Security Plus. Now, I actually don't see the CCDL1 as a replacement for Security Plus. The Security Plus is still a fantastic certification for foundational level learning. It clears HR filters and proves basic knowledge. The CCDL1 tells me whether the candidate has practiced the job, and in my opinion, that's key. So what it does and does not tell you? Well, it tells me that the candidate's followed an investigation workflow, they've handled imperfect data, and possibly made judgment calls and documented outcomes. What it doesn't tell me is they're production ready on your SIEM, or that they know your environment. A one-line summary I would use is the CCDL1 doesn't prove experience, but it does reduce the risk of hiring someone who has never investigated anything, and that sums it up. So moving on to looking at it from a career switcher lens, who is this for? So if you were a career switcher, you may ask me, is this certification perfect for non-technical people who want SOC roles? And here's my honest verdict as a recruiter. CCDL1 is a strong option if you accept you'll feel uncomfortable at first, you use it to build investigation stories, not just pass, and you pair it with fundamentals like the CompTIA Security Plus and basic networking. Now, the CCDL1 is a poor choice for you if you want zero technical friction, if you expect instant job readiness, or you avoid troubleshooting. Now, the CCDL1 does not replace fundamentals. I want to make that clear. It won't magically teach you networking basics, operating system fundamentals, or security terminology, but it does teach you how to think before what to memorize. For example, here's an alert. What evidence matters? What do you check next? Is this malicious or benign? Now, SOC is process heavy, code heavy. Entry-level SOC roles are often workflow, decision-making, documentation, and escalation. So career switchers from, say, finance, audit, risk, operations, project management, and compliance often already think this way. Now, here's a warning for you. If you've never touched Linux, never opened logs, never seen packet data, you will feel lost early on, and that is completely normal. The question is whether you stay curious and build note as you go. So let's talk about the cost and return of investment. Is $499 worth it? This is the numbers part. This is the point where a lot of people will ask me about certifications. Is it worth it? Now, the full CCDL1 program typically costs you $499. However, once again, if you use my link in the description, you'll get 10% off for a limited time. You're looking at a time commitment of around 70 to 100 hours total. So about 12 weeks at 6 to 9 hours per week. So your effective cost is roughly $5 to $7 per hour of structured, assessed, hands-on work. So what are you really paying for? Not just videos, you're paying for structured SOC style investigations. You're paying for assessment pressure, a credential you could reference, forced documentation, and write-ups. So you may ask me, what is the return of investment versus the CompTIA Security Plus? Well, so the Security Plus is stronger HR and ATS value. It's been around a lot longer. Baseline theory, and it's widely recognized. The CCDL1 is lower HR recognition at this point, but it's because that's new, and I believe it will change. Higher interview and confidence value, and it does offer a stronger signal to SOC leads who understand the job. Best best strategy, in my opinion, is you can do both. Do Security Plus for market access and do the CCDL1 for interview conversion. Now, what about the return of investment versus, say, TryHackMe or other free platforms out there? Well, let's talk about it. TryHackMe is great for repetition. The CCDL gives you structure, an assess path, and a stronger I investigated under pressure story. So now we're going to talk about, should you do the CCDL1? My verdict, is it worth it? And my answer is yes. CCDL1 can be worth pursuing if you understand what it is and what it's not. What I like about the CCDL1 is that it focuses on how SOC analysts actually work, and I believe that's going to be very, very strong when it comes to on your resume, showing proof to hiring managers and actually applying for these roles. It forces you to investigate alerts, make judgment calls, and look at evidence, and also explain your reasoning. Now, where it adds real value is it builds practical investigation confidence, real examples to talk about in interviews, and a bridge between studying security and actually doing security. What it won't do, though, it will not replace fundamentals, it won't bypass HR filters on its own, and it will not guarantee a SOC job. My recommendation, if you're serious about SOC, pair the CCDL1 with the CompTIA Security Plus. Use the CCDL1 to build 1 to 2 strong star stories. Treat it as applied experience, not just a badge. So if you're serious about SOC in 2026, here's the simple combo I'd use. Security Plus for fundamentals and HR filters, CCDL1 for interview stories, and then write up 1 to 2 investigations as a mini portfolio. So my final takeaway, CCDL1 is not a shortcut, but it's one of the better entry-level options I've seen for people who want to understand what SOC really looks like. All right, so let's talk about the giveaway time. CyberDefenders have provided 5 CCDL1 vouchers for my viewers, so thank you very much to them for that. To enter and have a chance to win, you need to do these 3 things. Share the YouTube link of this video on LinkedIn or X or both. Tag CyberDefenders and add the hashtag CCDL1. That's it. If you do that, you're in. You have a chance to win in one of these 5 vouchers. Entries will be open for 1 week after this video is published. Then winners will be picked randomly and contacted privately. If you share it, I'd love you to subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more giveaways and reviews like this. And if you want to check out CCDL1 for yourself, I'll put the link in the description. And once again, 10% off for anyone who uses that link for a limited time. Good luck. I hope you found this helpful. As always, keep leveling up your career. I'll see you on the next video.